What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, guys. I ran over this morning on the UFC. I mean, no, not the UFC. I ran over this morning on the ride along. I did a ride along live and it was long, real long. But with that being said, this was actually the topic for Speak Your Mind Sports Talk Live Daily. But since I ran over on that live this morning, I still wanted to talk about this. Hey, after we got off that live, boxing champ commentary, what's up? Caden Novice, what's good with you, fam? So after we got off that live earlier, guys, I went over and I was like, man, damn, I wanted to do this live about the UFC situation. They just announced Daniel Cormier, Stipe Miocic 3, the trilogy. That is the heavyweight division for all you guys that don't know of the UFC. These are the heavyweight champions. This is a big trilogy match. Now, I wanted to talk about this situation versus the big trilogy that we have coming to boxing. Tyson, Fury, Anthony, Joshua. See, this is the type of thing, guys, that, in my opinion, this is why the UFC is hawking boxing down when it comes to popularity, and the UFC is gaining on boxing and closing. Because I got to be honest, as a UFC and as a boxing fan, I have to be perfectly honest and understand this. I'm also a Tyson Fury fan. I'd much rather see Stipe Miocic, Daniel Cormier 3 than I would Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. My personal opinion and my perspective, my personal opinion is the UFC heavyweight match is the better one. Also, I think that this UFC trilogy is a part of the reason why UFC is catching boxing. Daniel Cormier, Stipe Miocic 3, I bet y'all any money sells more than Tyson Fury, Wilder 3. It'll sell more, which means it'll do more pay-per-views. It'll have more people watching. It's more of an interesting fight. I don't think Wilder has a chance against Fury. I think Fury's going to beat his ass again. Daniel Cormier, Stipe Miocic 3, that's up in the air. Daniel Cormier knocked him out earlier. He had to work to knock Daniel Cormier out. Then he had to change up his game plan. He found out Daniel Cormier had a problem with his body shots. So Stipe had to work. He had to revamp his game plan. He had to use the skills he had to fight Daniel Cormier in a different way. Wilder don't possess that. We all know that. Wilder don't possess that. He doesn't possess the ability to outthink Tyson Fury. He doesn't. In a chess match, he would lose. He can't play that match with Tyson. Stipe Miocic is able to do that with Daniel Cormier because they're both high-skilled. They're both elite. Daniel and Stipe. Only Tyson Fury's elite, not Wilder. So it's a much less intrigue in that fight when we talk about, the UFC versus this UFC trilogy versus boxing trilogy. This is much, much, much more intriguing to me. This is much more of an interesting fight. Stipe Miocic versus Deontay Wilder. So we got Wilder Fury 3. Crap. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Spooks. That's what I'm saying, dog. He said, I'd rather Wilder Fury, to be honest. I feel you're more of a boxing fan, though, but Daniel Cormier and Stipe. So for all these boxing fans, understand this. Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic, both of those fights ended in knockouts. Both of those fights had massive excitement. Tyson Fury and Wilder, both of those fights didn't end in knockouts. As a matter of fact, only one fight ended in TKO. Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic fights ended in knockouts. Knockouts. Not TKOs, not the ref jumping in there because Wilder couldn't take no more. Nope. They were slumped over. Stipe was slumped over. Cormier was slumped over. That's how those fights ended, Mr. Spooks. And nobody got robbed in either of those fights. There's no controversy in either of those fights. To me, the Stipe Miocic, Daniel Cormier trilogy is much more exciting. Wild boy. Hey, that farmer came out and dropped those allegations. Can't talk about the wild boy no more. Wilder Fury 3 is very bad. Facts. I agree with that entirely. I think the fight is worthless. I wish that we could skip this and they'd never signed that contract and we could just move on to whatever Fury's going to do next. I would rather see Fury fight Dillian Whyte than I would prefer to see him fight Wilder again. I think Dillian Whyte brings more intrigue. Dillian Whyte has more of a chance to beat Tyson Fury than Wilder does. And I don't care what anybody says. I really believe that. I believe Fury beats him too. I don't think Dillian Whyte beats Fury either, but I think Dillian Whyte has a better chance to beat Fury than Deontay Wilder. And I would rather see, instead of a trilogy, instead of watching Fury whoop Wilder's ass again, I would rather see Fury move on. I beat you twice, even though they didn't give it to me the first time. Get out of here and move on to Whyte. I would rather that fight than to sit up here and watch Fury beat up on Wilder again, because that's what is going to happen. Cormier Miocic is a 50-50 fight. Fury already proved he's the... Thank you, Carlos Mendoza. That's what I'm talking about. Cormier Fury is a 50-50 fight. And in any combat sports, that's what's exciting, the intrigue. Either of these two guys can win. That's the situation we have with Cormier and Stipe. That's the situation we have. I don't get that situation with Tyson and Wilder. Like 85-15, 90-10. I ain't even exact. That's the odds that I give in that Wilder fight. If I'll be generous, I'll say 80-20. That's the odds in the Wilder. 80% is the Fury, Wilder 20%. At best, that's the odds I'll give it. I'm more leaning 90-10. I don't think Wilder, he's got a slim chance to beat Tyson Fury. He's got a shot to beat Tyson Fury, a shot in the ass. He ain't gonna win. That's how I see it. Fabrizzio, what's up, dog? Fabrizzio said, yeah, but remember Cormier eye poked Miocic. He had to have surgery after that fight. Yeah. Yeah, but did he eye poke him when he slammed that motherfucker on his back? Did he eye poke him when he knocked his ass out? In the second fight, he slammed the hell out of Stipe Miocic. Later in the rounds, of course, the rumor is that he had, we do know Daniel Cormier does have back issues, but later in the round when he went to scoop him again, is said that he may have had back issues and why he couldn't get that. But, bro, like Daniel Cormier is one of the best fighters that have ever graced the UFC, period. Flat out, hands down. His only 3 losses in the UFC are to 3 great champions who are purely dominant. John Jones has never been beaten in the octagon. His loss comes by way of disqualification against Matt Hummel. He hit him while he was down. But the dude has never been beaten. No one's ever beaten him, ever. That's who Daniel Cormier lost to twice. And then he lost to Stipe Miocic. In similar fashion, a great heavyweight. If those are your only 3 losses, it's not that we can say about Daniel Cormier. He is a 2-division champion, light heavyweight and heavyweight. It's going to go down as one of the greatest in UFC. This is a great fight. You think Deontay Wilder is going to ever be considered one of the greatest in boxing history? No, only to Wilder fans. That fucker ain't no ATG. Stipe Miocic and John Jones will go down as ATGs, bro. Both of them. Wilder ain't going down as no fucking ATG. All-time great. No. So that's but then let's talk about the War Cormier, hell yeah. Mr. Spooks said, I know my UFC. Yeah, Ralph from real. What's good with you, Ralph? Fury and Wilder are more interesting characters. Fury's are more interesting. Well, yeah, you're right. Facts. Both of them. Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier personas are quite boring. So I'll give you that. They both are better characters, more interesting characters. I'll give you that. I agree to that. Wilder won't go through the fight. Go through with the fight. That's why he's trying everything in the book to get Fury into trouble. And it might be some truth to that, DarkSide. That bastard don't want to get back in their ring and take that next punishment. He just want that free belt. You can come back. I don't know what happened. I'll let you back in. Yo, hey, DarkSide, that's a good point. Why not? His fans don't want him to take that ass whooping neither. Yeah, you said UFC heavyweights are real. Not that bullshit. Yeah, I feel you. UFC heavyweights already real warriors, man. Chin Smoke, what's good with you, my man? Cormier is like a fat Dillian Whyte. No, sir. No, sir. And Cormier, come on, Mr. Spooks. His body style, he may look like that. Who will win in a fight? And Dillian Whyte used to be in MMA. But even still, who will win in a fight? Daniel Cormier will beat the living shit out of Dillian Whyte. No fucking questions. I mean, beat the fuck out Dillian Whyte. That's for sure. So let's not even look at that build. Daniel Cormier has been pretty much built like that his entire career, and he's one of the greatest ever. So I don't care how he built. That dude's a beast. A-Ob's in the building. What's good with your A-Obs? L Dog, what's up, L Dog? Drop that link again. Oh yeah, I had a piece of one. There is controversy. DC only won due to cheating tactics. Daniel Cormier only won. L Dog, what the hell are you talking about? Are those Usman MASIVDAL pay-per-view numbers confirmed? Crazy buys. I'm not sure the confirmation on it, but man, wasn't that crazy? I seen that report too, bro. I don't know. Nah, I haven't seen any confirmation on it. L Dog, what are you talking about, dog? What are you talking about? DC cheated and Stipe. What are you talking about? The eye poke? Dude, stop that with the eye poke. You know that eye poke. I don't know what you know, but if you know anything about UFC, those things always happen. Always. Cat Zingano. You know Cat Zingano, L Dog? Probably don't. Cat Gonzano got her eye raped. Very important fight. John Jones raked eyes. He raked Daniel Cormier's eyes. Very important fight. Shit happens. Something that happens. Like low blows in boxing, L Dog. Low blows happen. Everybody that throws a low blow is not a cheater. Does Daniel Cormier poke everybody in his in their eye that he's fought? No. As a matter of fact, it rarely ever even happened with Daniel Cormier, L Dog. Now, if a guy was cheating and intentionally trying to poke somebody in the eye, maybe this would be something that happens. He didn't intentionally poke Stipe Miocic in the eye. How you gonna call this dude a cheater? He one of the greatest ever graced fucking mat in the UFC. Stop that foolery, man. That dude's no cheater. He's been clean his entire career. Collegiate pro, he's been clean, dog. Never popped dirty for nothing. You gonna call him a cheater? That's unfair, dog. That's unfair. Timmy Nealon in the building. I'm so glad that farmer cleared the whole mess. Yeah, me too, bro. So these Wilder fans can shut the fuck up about that damn board meat. If you believe those numbers, the only numbers to come out is by Dana White, not ESPN. Yeah, I don't get into all of those numbers. I take the estimate, and if it sounds right, okay, we can talk about it, but put no faith in none of that. L Dog Eastern Europe. So he taking shots. He taking shots at L Dog. DC back was messing up. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Why he couldn't get up on the Stipe in that fourth round, because he went to scoop Stipe in that fourth round and he couldn't elevate and slam him. So I don't know, man. Rick Glacier just said those numbers are fake. Yeah, Rick Glacier is not always correct, but Rick Glacier, he's up on that kind of stuff. He is, but he's not always correct, because remember, Rick Glacier, I don't know if he was around Mr. Spooks, but I had Rick Glacier on this channel. We were talking about some numbers. As a matter of fact, he came on the channel, and the main thing, he was talking about numbers in the past. Well, when everything finally came out and everything was said and done, the numbers that he said he projected the fight would be, the numbers actually came out and he was way off, hundreds of thousands off. So Rick Glacier said it, but again, can take what people say with a grain of salt, just because they say it. Like, he's not the authority on numbers, and he's been wrong before. And he's actually come on this show, was talking numbers, and was wrong before, right here on this channel. I have Rick Glacier on here, so I feel you. I read a lot of what Rick talks about. He has his ear in on the game, so he knows a lot about, but he ain't always right. Tell you that. Fabrizzio, that's true. DC is one of the GOATs. Damn right. That dude is a monster, bro. He's done a lot. If Wilder could beat the 20% Tyson Fury, who lost 10 stones and was out of shape, what chance he got? None. He don't got no chance. Fury gonna beat his ass, bro. There's no intrigue in that fight. L Dog, man, you trolling. John Jones lost because he used 12 to 6 elbow. Oh. Oh, yeah, Matt Hummel. You talking about the Matt Hummel shit? Yeah, disqualification, man. You know, fighter lose at disqualification, I mean, these guys are in there, they get heated, they moving, and he got disqualified. But again, he ain't never get beat up. Nobody got their hands raised against him from outpointing him or knocking him out. That's never happened. Willie Williams in the building. Was good, Willie? Yeah, that's never happened. Shin said, I can't stop seeing DC crying out. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That shit was funny, Chad. I ain't gonna lie. DC all-time great wrestler. When you bring wrestling into MMA, it's a beautiful thing. Damn right, fallback, son. Master jiu-jitsu artists, grapplers, wrestlers, they control it, bro. You bring that to the table, you got a lot going for you in that mixed martial arts game. That's for sure. Raider from LA said Fury Wilder will do bigger pay-per-view numbers and live gate numbers. If there is a live gate, and then think about this, Raider. You do know it's a good chance that Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier still happens, and Wilder and Fury doesn't. You know it's a good. Then who will do more pay-per-view numbers? It would definitely be Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier, because they will be comparing their numbers to 0. Because that's how boxing is looking right now. And so which fight do you actually have more faith in actually happening, Raider? Because if you compare 10 views to 0, UFC would still win. And that's another fact I don't know if you thought about. Man, I don't know. And Wilder, and here's another thing. You know, the numbers was in the hundreds of thousands for their fight, their last fight. Bro, Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier could pass 400,000, 500,000 easy. Wilder and Fury has to top their last numbers. And with less intrigue in this fight, a lot of people feel like I feel. Oh, fuck that fight. Fury gonna whoop his ass again. I don't understand how people thinking that this fight can surpass their numbers before Wilder Fury. It might, but it might not. It's a good chance they don't even surpass the numbers they had the first time, because it's not a lot of intrigue. I'm pretty sure that Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier definitely beats what Wilder and them had last time. And that's what you got to think about. UFC is strictly fighting. That's why the numbers are consistent with expectations to McGregor. Yeah, yep. I don't see Wilder taking the third fight. A lot of people are saying that. I kind of don't see him turning down the third fight. Prideful person. So I don't know. He'll find a way to back out. I don't know, man. How many fights has he backed out? That shit. That's the question, because a lot of people are saying that. How many fights has Wilder pulled out of? Boxing Champ commentary said Usman, Cormier, Khabib are my favorite fighters. It's a good list. It's a good list. They all nice. They all nice with it. Whyte turns Cormier into a corn in the octagon? Man, you out your fucking mind, dog. Did you ever see Dillian Whyte in kickboxing? Mr. Spooks? Did you ever see him in kickboxing? Daniel Cormier will beat the shit out of Dillian Whyte, fam. And then he'll get a hold of him. You know how much bigger Big Country is? You know who Big Country is, Mr. Spook? You know how much bigger he is than Dillian Whyte? Daniel Cormier suplexed this nigga. Had him up in the air. Not on his shoulder either when he suplexed. He didn't have him on his, he had him up in the air. Big Country. He'll slam the fuck out Dillian Whyte and maul his ass. Yeah, I know, DarkSide. He trolling with that one, man. Dillian Whyte get the shit beat out of him by Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic. John Jones will beat the shit out of Daniel Cormier in the octagon, and he's a light heavyweight. I mean, Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte will get massacred by John Jones in the octagon, and he's a light heavyweight. Ain't no fucking way he beating Daniel Cormier in the octagon. In the boxing ring, maybe. Octagon, no, sir. Boxing ring, probably so. Not in the octagon. I'd rather watch Fury Wilder over Cormier Stipe. I don't know why. I mean, you must be more of a boxing fan. Which, if so, then I understand that. Exactly, Wilder, Fury 3 over that rubbish. I mean, again, you're a boxing fan. DC and Stipe are big names in the UFC, but not big numbers. They don't draw big numbers. Yeah, but the UFC is on a fast rise, bro. A fast rise. That last card they put on, the card, you know, a couple cards, the ones before that, 2 cards before that, man, they on a roll, and boxing is giving us nothing. And that Wilder Fury trilogy is not going to do more than the last one. It's another thing, too. It ain't, man. If you put your finger in their eye, it happens. Well, they can say that if you punch him in the balls, Mr. Spooks. Remember Errol Spence, Sean Porter? How about the Ndongo fight? He got murdered to the nuts. McGregor's ducking Usman? Yeah. Conor ain't stupid. He know he can't do that. Ain't no cowboy Cerrone. Kamaru Usman will mangle Conor McGregor. He don't got no chance against him. He'll mangle his ass. You see how Khabib controlled him on the ground? Khabib ain't nowhere near strong as Usman. People talk about Khabib got the strength of a welterweight, all of this bullshit. He's a master wrestler. Put Khabib in there with Kamaru Usman. You see how strong his Russian bear wrestling ass is then. Kamaru Usman will fucking mangle Khabib Nurmagomedov. Mangle his ass. So what chance? And Khabib just totally controlled Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has no chance at all against a Kamaru Usman. His wrestling's not good enough. Takedown defense won't help Conor McGregor against Kamaru Usman. Jorge Masvidal had his legs sprawled and Kamaru Usman still lifted him and turned him. You know what type of leverage and strength you have to have lifting and turning when he's already in takedown defense? Kamaru Usman still got Jorge off his feet. He didn't get the slam off because Jorge locked his leg behind Usman so that he couldn't get the leverage and slam him. But he still got him off his feet with his legs sprawled. For all of you guys that understand wrestling, it takes a massive amount of strength to do that. Conor McGregor has about as much chance against Usman as Wilder has against Fury. That's the odds. Oh, dog, I'm not putting your comment up because it was one poke. Usman is juiced to the gills. No, he's not. Stop that, man. Stop that shit, bro. Man, y'all gotta stop that shit, bro. With these PEDs and all of this. Stop that bullshit. Why Covington is right? Because he got his fucking jaw broke? Because his loud mouth, foul mouth ass got his jaw broke, so now he's right? Colby Covington's a little bitch that's making excuses, dog. Cut that shit out right there, bro. It's just like the excuses and the accusations being made at Tyson Fury. When the fuck is Usman? He ain't John Jones. John Jones done pop dirty. When the fuck has Usman ever had these issues with PEDs? How do y'all feel comfortable accusing motherfuckers of PEDs that never even got popped or none of this shit? Come on, bro. He ain't had no issues. We gonna just label him PEDs because he beat the shit out of Colby Covington? Nah, bro. Stop that. We have nothing. That PED, man, Usman, there, he already starting to get the hate. Now he talented, he mangling motherfuckers. Now he gotta be using PEDs. That's bullshit. I hate that shit, bro. That's so much bullshit. We all know Usman will beat McGregor. Yeah, hell yeah. Usman 17-1 made $500K in the Masvidal fight and beat Woodley, Colby, and Masvidal. Yeah, he smashes CONOR. Why people going on? Yeah, that's what, because it's hate, bro. It is hate, intangible, and that's ridiculous to start putting accusations that this dude on PEDs. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Oh, DC is a beast. He beat the crap just about any heavyweight boxer. Yeah, now Octagon, I think no heavyweight boxer beats him in that Octagon. Not one of them. Usman, they could get him. They could knock him out though. But I don't think Daniel Cormier getting in the ring with a boxer, he going right in there for the takedown, bro. Not going to go in there and try to do that shit with his bullshit hands. He going to go right in there and take that boxer down and mangle their ass. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, tall ass, Andy Ruiz, fat ass. Like I said, Big Country, bigger than all of them heavyweights I'm talking about. Big Country probably weigh as much as Fury. Might have been close to 300 pounds. Damn, Cormier suplexes, lift his ass right off his feet. Ain't none of them boxers got a chance against Cormier. He beat the shit out of them dudes. Let's see. Max Kuckerman said Usman is the prototype of a juicer. Man, y'all come with some proof. You got L-Dog calling Daniel Cormier a cheater. And this man never popped dirty, never been found cheating or nothing. You got Max Kuckerman over here calling Usman a PED user. He never popped dirty, never had these issues. What's wrong with you and L-Dog, man? Why y'all going at Usman and Daniel Cormier? Especially Daniel Cormier, all he's done for L-Dog, you way out of line, dog, with the Daniel Cormier shit. That dude has been predicated his career on doing the right thing. You know how hard it is with guys all around you popping PEDs, juicing, and you know they are, and wrestling and mixed martial arts, and you go your whole career and predicate your career on not cheating. And then you get called a cheater by some dude named L-Dog because of an accidental eye poke. Man, if you don't stop that fucking foolishness, this dude's career has been predicated on being a stand-up athlete without the drugs, without the cheating, without any of that. Don't fucking accuse him of that, bro. That's irresponsible. It is. And it's disingenuous. Just boxers get paid much, much better. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. They damn sure do get paid much better. Usman has much stamina to be so heavy muscle. That's not possible without PEDs. Max Kuckerman, that's also bullshit, bro. Dude, that's fucking bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Boxers fight 36 minutes. UFC fights 25 minutes. You know how many boxers is bigger than Usman? That's not even logical what you're saying right now. Yeah, well, I guess it's just I guess you just got something against the Nigerian Nightmare, Max Kuckerman, and L Dog, you just got something against Daniel Cormier. Because neither of y'all are being honest about it. Y'all throwing accusations out to two people who have never been accused of cheating or anything at all. And y'all two are making them cheaters. Are y'all serious right now? Like, come on, man. Y'all bugging the fuck out. Usman doesn't look flashy, but he's fucking good at what he does. Damn right. He damn sure is. 1.5 million, the last I heard, could be higher than that. Yeah, we don't know, but that's a lot, man. Nothing wrong with that, yeah. One word for Usman, beast. Exactly, yeah. Covington called. Covington, so what, man? Covington's been caught out in lies, Max Kuckerman. You just got kicked out of his fucking gym for being foul. He done snake people behind their back, and you telling us what fucking Colby Covington said? What the? Max Kuckerman, you do know Colby Covington has no credibility, right? You fucking telling us, you're accusing Kamaru Usman and using Colby Covington as credibility? Are you fucking insane right now? Bro, why would you even be saying Colby Covington? He's not credible. He's not credible, Max. All the snakery and the shit this dude has been kicked out of his gym. This is your source? Colby Covington says. Okay, Max. All right, Max. Okay, keep spreading your information based on Colby Covington. Good luck with that. Usman is a straight nail splasher. Usman is a beast. Masvidal was tired out because he was coming in face to face. No, yeah, okay. And the plan was to break Masvidal. Okay, hold on. He said Masvidal was tired out because he was coming in face, and it was, I don't know, it was us plan to break Masvidal down and go to a slow pace to tire Masvidal down. Has the best stamina. Usman has the best stamina. Yeah, he does. He has extreme stamina. And before that fight, I told Johnny Boy on his live, bro, if Masvidal don't get the job done by the third round, he loses because Masvidal has problems with gassing. So these people want to accuse Usman for PEDs because he works hard on his endurance and stamina and has a good gas tank. They want to accuse him for PEDs of that. But Masvidal has a bad gas tank, and it's been proven. Like, man, boy. I'm trying, bro, but they don't even want to listen, fall back. They don't want to listen. They're being biased toward Daniel Cormier and freaking Usman. None of the LDBC go and watch Wilder. Like, man, those dudes, they leaving boxing, fam, Brian. They abandoning boxing. Usman didn't win any new fans with the last performance. Yes, yeah, that's true. Well, again, Carlos Mendoza, he didn't win over new boxing fans. UFC fans respect that. Y'all cannot take y'all boxing perspective. Now, Carlos, you my brother, but you cannot take your boxing perspective, the Johnny Boy perspective. And that was a bullshit fight because he was doing toe stomping. Mixed martial art fans respect that. They respect him not allowing Jorge Masvidal to get his game off. They seen the beauty and value in that. So a lot of you boxing fans that didn't like the toe stomping, because that's all y'all talked about, a lot of UFC fans found the beauty in that. And it's untrue to say he didn't pick up any new fans. They picked up a lot of new fans because everyone else don't share your perspective either about the toe stomping. And so I disagree. I think they picked up a lot of yeah, he called DC a cheater. L-Dog, he's like, DC's a cheater. And I'm not, that's why L-Dog and Max Kuckerman, I'm not, y'all trolling right now. Because y'all just accusing Usman and Daniel Cormier, but y'all have no proof of anything. Colby Covington saying something is not proof. So If those are the comments you put out, I'm not going to keep debating that nonsense. And L-Dog, somebody who's predicated their career on being a stand-up athlete, I'm not putting those comments up either. I'm not going back and forth with y'all on that because y'all have no validity to that. You, Max Kuckerman, nor L-Dog. That's just frivolous assumptions and accusations you guys are putting out. That's all it is, frivolous accusations. Y'all guys have no proof of any of that for either of these guys. Kobe Covington is not proof. That motherfucker has did more crooked shit than anybody. And you're going to bring what Kobe Covington says to the table as proof? Man, stop that. Yeah, he was boring for boxing fans. It wasn't boring to me. I guess we got to take what every single person says with a pinch of salt because absolutely everyone has got something wrong. Everyone that speaks thinks they are right. Yup, that's true too. That's what opinions are all about. That's a fact. Awesome in the building. He says, my pound for pound list: Canelo, Noe, Lomachenko, Crawford, Pacquiao, Usyk, Josh Taylor, AJ, Spence. Not bad. Not bad. I wouldn't have AJ on there, but not bad. Not bad. Jay KOOLIE in the building. What's up, dog? Pound for pound heavyweight: AJ, Fury, Whyte, Wilder. I would put Wilder in there. Even that, I know he's one of the better heavyweight, but pound for pound, that motherfucker wouldn't be on no pound for pound list. Pound for pound boxing skills, how you got Wilder up there, but not Usyk? Even still, even if Usyk only fought with a spoon at heavyweight, to me, he still would be pound for pound. Man, I ain't put Wilder on no pound. He can't box. Pound for pound is designed for people who can actually box, man. Wilder can't box. That motherfucker ain't on no kind of pound for pound list. Ranked heavyweights, I give you top 5, but pound for pound list, that's your list, and that's cool. I don't have a problem with it, but I wouldn't have that motherfucker on my pound for pound list. I'll tell you that. No, Max, you funny. You and L-Dog with those crazy accusations. He backed out of Povetkin. AJ totally avoided Whyte. Who backed out of Povetkin? AJ and totally avoided Whyte. Who are you talking about? Awesome pound for pound heavyweight list. Yeah, that was a good list. I wish Wilder would take step aside money so we could see unification, but we still wouldn't get it because of the noise that Dillian Whyte is making. Talking about barbecue? Ain't no damn sport. It's a competition, but it ain't no sport. They ain't no damn athlete. That pit competition, that fire pit competition you talk about, boxing, ain't no damn sport. UFC is taking over the fight game. I was a boxing fan first, but 13 years ago, my life changed. Hey, man, tell them, Boston, that UFC is on the rise, man. I bet this Stipe Miocic, I'm going to say this right now. Stipe Miocic, Daniel Cormier card sells more than Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder card. I'm putting it out there. Watch. Watch what I tell you. I don't know. Khabib and Usman would be a good. No way, bro. I can't even get down with that, dog. Khabib, Usman, Boston, you really think so? I don't think Khabib has nothing for Kamaru Usman. Nothing. Both of their strengths are the same. Both of their strengths. Khabib is so much stronger than his opponents. Is why he's winning. Like, this dude is not. No, don't get me wrong. He's a great wrestler, so his wrestling is part of it. But his massive strength over his opponents is why he's winning. He's not going to have that comfortability over Usman, man. And Tyron Woodley is a good wrestler too. Usman mangled him. I don't see Khabib having any. Let's talk about this chin. Khabib's not a strong stand-up fighter either, Boston Nick. He's not. How's he gonna hurt? How is he gonna hurt Usman? I know that Kobe Covington is not the most powerful guy, but Khabib's not punching harder than Kobe Covington. Usman ate all of that shit Kobe was giving to him. Khabib don't punch harder than Tyron Woodley. Nah, dog. And he's not stronger than Kamaru Usman. So when you look at all of this, and they share basically the same strength, wrestling. But Khabib is so superior because he can wrestle, but he's also so much stronger than his opponent. Jumping up the welterweight, he's not stronger than those guys, fam. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I don't think that's a good fight at all. I think that's a wash. Usman over Khabib, a wash. A wash. I think there's more guys at welterweight that damages Khabib too, not just Usman. I don't think Khabib beats Tyron Woodley. Just because we seen Woodley lose to, I don't think Khabib, Gilbert Burns will beat the shit out of Khabib. Boston, I bet you. Gilbert Burns will mash Khabib up. He'll mash him up, bro. Gilbert Burns is an excellent grappler, jiu-jitsu specialist. So all of that master wrestling Khabib got, moving up in weight class, his strength is going to be comparable. So now it's skill for skill. Gilbert Burns submits Khabib Nurmagomedov. Either choke him out, armbar, or something like that. He'll submit Khabib. He's faster with the hands than Khabib. That overhand right is lightning quick. He might knock Khabib ass out. Khabib wouldn't beat Gilbert Burns. Bet you any money. He wouldn't beat Gilbert Burns. He's not beating Usman, bro. That's not even a fight. No, sir. I can't. Y'all crazy as hell. No, sir. That fight's no good. That fight's no good. Usman smashes Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov better hope he makes it past Justin Gaethje, because Justin Gaethje, this is something that people don't understand. Khabib Nurmagomedov, again, his strength is the wrestling. Justin Gaethje is an excellent wrestler. He has adapted to his hands. He comes from wrestling, Justin Gaethje. It is a good chance that Justin Gaethje beats Khabib Nurmagomedov. And mark my words, y'all better believe that. You think Justin Gaethje gets in there and beats Kamaru Usman? Nope. He'll get smashed up too. Look at Jorge Masvidal's excellent striking. And he had nothing for Usman. Nothing. You think Khabib Nurmagomedov beats Jorge Masvidal? Man, y'all bugging the fuck out, dog. Y'all must be super Khabib fans. I'm high on Khabib, but he gets punished at welterweight. He gets punished at welterweight. Matt Hughes was a wrestler. Now that was a Class A wrestler. Him and the Natural Brown Gall one. Matt Hughes, the Natural. Randy Couture, yeah, master wrestlers right there. Good call, Brown Gall one. Good call. Usman and Khabib would stand and trade more than go to the ground. No, they wouldn't. Nope. Wrong. Usman would mangle his ass up. He would mangle him up. He'll grab his little ass up. Khabib, man, look. Khabib arms are too small for Usman. Come on, guys. What are we talking about here? He would grab that little dude up, control him, and mangle him, pressure him, and drop bombs on him on the ground. What happens when Usman gets Khabib on his back? He's a wrestler. He ain't no jiu-jitsu specialist. What happens when Usman gets Khabib in the half guard or the full guard? Man, y'all crazy as hell. Oh my gosh, y'all crazy as hell, man. Say you put your entire bankroll on Usman at -230. Yeah. Whatever, man. So you saying Usman, you saying Khabib wins then? Because I'm not sure like how the betting odds work, because I'm not a gambler. But does that mean you're saying Khabib wins? If you put your entire bankroll on that, bro, you better start saving in advance, because you're going to be broke. John Jones should move up and fight Stipe Miocic. I actually agree with that intangible, and I think that Dana don't want to pay him enough, though. John Jones asking for a certain amount of money. He said that he would do that, and I think that he should do that, but I think he should do it immediately. Because the longer he waits to do that, the worse it is for John Jones. It's already a tough win for him to go up to heavyweight and beat Stipe. It's already a tough win, or beat Francis Ngannou or something. It's a tough win for John Jones to do some shit like that. But as he waits, the longer he waits, it's a bad move. You know, it's bad news for him. But I agree with you. He should move up and fight Stipe. Man, that's why I stopped even responding to that fallback to Max Kuckerman and L Dog with that foolishness, bro. They don't, nah, bro. Yeah, everybody can speak freely. I don't gotta agree with that shit, man. I can speak what y'all want. You see, I was putting their comments up. L Dog said he's a cheater. You believe that Daniel Cormier and DC are cheaters, Mr. Spooks? Do you believe that? I don't think you believe that. Yeah, DC double champ. Thank you. Now you're talking Boston. They talk about the man cheaters and all of this. Come on, man. Thank you, Antu. Yes, he got schooled, bro. He was not allowed to do anything that he was good at. I don't understand why people can't see the beauty in that. Kamaru Usman took everything that Masvidal was good at and eliminated it. You could cry about toe stomping or whatever. Everything that Masvidal was good at, Kamaru Usman eliminated it and beat him. That's nice. They're just mad Usman beat Masvidal. They're bitter. Yup, you're right. Usman made Masvidal his bitch. Yup, and they mad. Exactly. Exactly, Brown gone one. That's all it is. They mad. Great comment. You're damn right. That's all it is, bro. They mad. They mad. Some of them probably even bet on Masvidal. John Showbiz the dog won $800. He bet on Usman. Smart bet. He bet $2,000 just to win $800. Well, he won his $800. The good bet was Usman. Right. Usman accused. Yeah, I know. How does that translate boxing in? Because Max Kuckerman was saying Usman is on XPO. Daniel Cormier is built like the Michelin Man. No way his ass. Nah, he wasn't saying he was on PEDs. L-Dog was saying Daniel Cormier was intentionally poking Stipe Miocic in the eye to win the fight. He's calling him a cheater for that. Cormier was intentionally. Eye pokes happen, and Cormier didn't do that shit intentionally. That's why I stopped. Like, man, I ain't entertaining that bullshit. Well, the main event matchup, they get paid more, but overall fighters on the card, though. Yeah. UFC fighters are not getting paid anything. They're getting paid peanuts. That's part of the problem. L Duck and Cluck earning. Yeah, bro. They won't. Man, Max Kuckerman and L Dog trolling. DA odds Timmy. What's up, Franz? Antu in the building. Yeah. I don't believe in heavyweights really being on pound for pound. Usyk is a different animal. D. Jefferson Usman was the better man that night. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trying to make it to the bottom. Mr. Two Hands Up in the building. D. Jeff, you idiots. Hit the like button. That's what's up, dog. Said no Masvidal, who I see on the daily over at ATT where I work out. He's been training for this fight for 4 months. Yeah. Masvidal's a beast, bro. Masvidal's a beast, but Usman took away his strengths. The pressing him up against, the toe stomping, the gassing him out. Everybody keep talking about the toe stomping. And they negate the fact that Jorge Masvidal's mouth was wide open in that third round. Belly in and out. Dude was gassed out. All of them fucking body shots Usman was landing. Y'all cry about the toe stomping, and what about all them body shots? Do y'all understand that those body shots is why Masvidal was like this in the third round? But y'all don't want to give Usman no credit for landing all of them body shots while that fool was up against the gate, tiring them out, wearing them down. Dude, that's UFC. That's mixed martial arts, baby. That's what it's about. We talked about this. We said the first 3 rounds were his only shot of winning after. Exactly, Mr. Two Hands. You remember that? We did. We talked about it. And now when they go down like that, Mr. Two Hands, they mad. They mad because he didn't get it done in the first 3 rounds. We knew this. Look, before Usman started laying that body work on him, we already knew Jorge Masvidal had gassing issues without Usman working that body. It's a good chance he would have gassed by the 3rd round without him working that body like that. And this is what we said on Mr. Two Hands Live. We said this. The fact that he has that gassing issue and Usman worked that body like that, what the fuck do y'all think, bro? Why you got to be on PEDs? Because he executed a good game plan. That's a good fight. That's one I would like to see. That's actually a good fight. I like that fight. I think Colby Covington's output would be a lot for Conor. I think Colby could win that fight. That's good. My opinion, Conor will beat Masvidal. You think so, Jay? Knock him out? Conor's got good hands too, but Masvidal has, he has more than good hands. He's got really good kicks. He's got good feet with him. He's got really good feet with him. And I think, I'm pretty sure Masvidal's a little more athletic than Conor McGregor. Strength-wise, I'm not sure. They may be equal when it comes to strength. But it would be a good matchup. I would pick Masvidal in that one, Jay Cooley. I'm not really too convinced of Conor anymore, especially at welterweight. That's the thing we got to think of. Now, if they fought at middleweight, maybe it would be a better fight. But at welterweight, I think these guys are too much at welterweight for Conor McGregor. Let's remember, man, Cowboy was at the low end of the totem pole. He's on his way out the door at welterweight. Guys like Robbie Lawler. Imagine Conor McGregor versus Robbie Lawler. These are the type of guys at welterweight he's getting in that ring with. I ain't really convinced of Conor at welterweight, to tell you the truth, fam. Usman is not on PEDs. He just has good stamina to deal with it. Facts. Facts. Jay Cooley, salute my brother. Hermano. Brother. I became an Usman fan after Masvidal fight. Good shit, Chopsticks. They respect it. Chopstick respect. Usman took all of his stuff away from him. Usman fought a perfect fight. Thank you. Wish Johnny Boy was here. He didn't fight a boxing match. He didn't fight a fight to prove he could knock Jorge Masvidal out with the hands. No, he fought a fight, a UFC fight, an MMA fight to win. Perfect fight. Executed a great game plan. That's what he did. Training. That's where it comes from. And how you know Usman don't do rope? Max, okay. So he doesn't jog. That's what you're saying. Man, again, I don't even know why I put that up. The stamina accusations are no good. Chris Sheep in the building. What up, fam? Been missing you, dog. Yeah. Yeah, man, they should do a co-card. That would probably be better for boxing if they did a co-card, UFC boxing, and then just put all the big fights on there. That might be an idea. Maybe they should talk to the UFC and do that. UFC probably wouldn't do that because they don't want to bring no attention to boxing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Boston. Boston, you take care of Max. I ain't going back and forth with Max, man. Max on this accusing Usman of PEDs and shit, man. Where does this come from? Errol Dawes accusing Daniel Cormier of being a cheater. This man predicated his whole career on doing it the right way, and all of a sudden he gets an incidental eye poke with Stipe Miocic, and he's a cheater. Damn, dude, did he cheat beating Rumble Johnson twice? My goodness. Yep, he's a beast. He proved that in the Woodley fight. For sure. For sure. How old is AJ? Max Kuckerman? Didn't he just drastically improve his stamina? Because before that second Ruiz fight, I was convinced that Wilder or one of those guys would knock him out because he had bad stamina. So how old is AJ? Didn't he improve his stamina drastically? Stop it, man. Stop making accusations against the brother. Stop doing that. You make allegations against this brother for no reason, dog. You have no proof. Kobe ain't been shit since TJ beat him. Kobe Covington's a beast, though. Hey, who the fuck time fall back out, man? Come on with that, dog. Let me find out who timed you out, dog. I told y'all, man, I'm getting ready to start snatching riches. Somebody, don't be the first victim. Don't be the first victim. I gave y'all a wrench not to be timing people out because they disagree with you, bro. I'm going to time anybody out who do that dumb shit. I've been tracking everybody's comments and fall back. I ain't said nothing disrespectful, dog. He has not said anything disrespectful. He's only spoke his opinions. So whoever timed him out, there was no sense in it. I don't know who timed him out, but there was no sense in that. Where is that, man? Hold on, man. Fall back, put another comment in the chat, dog. I chilled that shit, man. I don't even know. Julius, what's up, man? All right, let me scroll down to the chat. Cat in the building. I didn't even know y'all was. I'm way back. I'm way behind. All right, let me scroll down, man. Y'all, I don't know who time fall back out, but yeah, I'm ready to start snatching motherfucking oranges, bro. Fall back ain't said nothing wrong. All right, fall back. When you come back on, bro, I'm gonna rent you up, dog. I can't even. I was looking through the chat. I don't even see who timed you out. Look on the message. It should say you were timed out by such and such. Tell me who timed you out. I can't find who did it. Let me see. AJ looked like he could go 20 rounds with this new training rate. Man, he looks phenomenal, bro. And he's been working massively on the footwork. AJ's looking really good. But yeah, he's made massive training. You know? A lot of guys can't beat Kobe fast. Exactly, bro. I don't know where the disrespect coming from. It's the two hands on these fighters, man. People start to disrespect. I think it's a lot of boxing fans mad because the UFC is catching up with boxing. Now they just straight hating on the UFC. Virtuoso in the building. They got to bring back fight night. I've said this. Oh my gosh, ain't it though, Virtuoso? They do, bro. And Tuesday night fights. Remember that, Virtuoso? Fight night. That was on Friday and Tuesday night fights. They need to bring both of them back, dog. That 11 o'clock shit on Tuesday night. Remember they used to have that? Bring that shit back. Usman. AJ is 30. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's 30. He just had a drastic change in his stamina. 1.3 million are great numbers. So these people are saying nobody watches UFC, just prove it. Yeah, exactly, dog. Nobody watches that, man. What the hell? You don't get 1.3 buys, and then check this out. Those are only the buys that were reported. That don't have anything to do with the illegal streams. If 1.3 buys was purchased, how many fucking illegal streams do you think they have? Man, UFC has massive fans. I don't know what y'all talking about. Yeah, me too, dog. I've been watching this since UFC number 1.
Right.
You know what I mean? But hell yeah, Cat.
How you doing today, man?
What's up with you, Barker? What's good with you, fam?
Chilling. I put in the chat, but I think you scrolled past it 'cause I knew you were a little bit behind on all the chatter. I'm going live tonight, so if you want to jump on for a couple fights, let me know. We have like last night we did we almost hit the 500 mark, 494 live during our breakdowns.
Oh wow,
so,
excellent!
Yeah, it's taken off. So we have like anywhere from 300 to 500 people on there. So you're welcome to come on, you know, and whatnot, and then shout your channel. I'll be going live at 7, so in about an hour. So if you want to come on towards like the middle or the end,
I'm gonna come on when you start. I'm gonna shut this down because I just did a 5-hour live earlier, bro. That shit ran over.
I hear you on that one.
I wanted to do this live. This is what happened, right? So I was doing the ride along live, and we got into a deep conversation, and that thing ended up going like 5 hours, right? And I jumped off that live. And I was just scrolling through my feed, and I seen Showbiz the Adult. I already had this live set up, and you know what I mean? I just did it in public. So I already had it set up. So I was looking through my feed, and Showbiz the Adult, he did a live similar to this topic, and I was like, son of a bitch. I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it anyway. You know what I mean? But it wasn't the exact same thing, but it was similar to what I'm talking about. So whatever.
No, I got you. Yeah, bro, you're welcome to come on. The first couple fights, I have like a couple people on. If you want to come on like shortly afterwards, bro, I'd love to have you on because I could tell you're knowledgeable about MMA just by just watching the stream. I didn't know how much until watching the stream. So, yeah, I mean,
for sure, I love to come on and vice versa. You know, I'll tell you this. My channel, I've been on like a little over a year, right? And so I started off with all of these great big ideas, and I was fucking covering football, doing tennis fucking commentary, basketball. It was way too much. So now I decided that I'm only going to do basketball commentary on live games, but I'm going to do videos and information and everything on boxing and UFC. So now I need to step back up my UFC videos like I had it before. You know what I mean? But I do really cover this sport, and you'll see tonight when I come on your live. I fucking love this shit, bro.
Yep, it's the shit. It's odd. If anybody else wants to check it on the chat, it's Odds HQ, ODDS HQ.
I'm already subscribed to you.
You are. You're right. Yeah,
so,
you should get the notification.
Go ahead and put your info if you want to drop the link in the chat or whatever.
I'll put in the private chat if you want to post it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, and y'all go check my man out. And like I always say, go check him out. If you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button because I like what I hear over there. I'm already subscribed.
And it's a lot of fun. And we started about a month ago, and we literally had 400 subscribers, or 350 or something like that, and we're at 3,100, and we got in a month.
Awesome. That lets you know where UFC is, bro.
494 people live. It was averaged out like no less than 450, but it topped off at 494. You know what I mean? On a freaking breakdown.
Massive.
Yeah, it was before that was like that week before was 340 or 350 or something. No, we hit the 400s, but like barely, like once. And we're like, oh, that's awesome. And then it basically, another 100 the next week. So it's taken off, man. And like you said about covering all that sports, that's the one thing about when you work with a company, you just gotta you stay in your own lane, and they got other people doing other stuff. You know what I mean? And the fucking channel grows like a son of a bitch.
That's right. This is so guys. I just put the link in the chat. That's Nick's channel. UFC, y'all go check him out, bro. And great breakdowns too. And if y'all into gambling, it's another reason to check Nick's channel out. If you're into gambling, you definitely want to go check this. Nick, and it's these guys called the Fight Guys. You know about them, Nick?
No, actually. Who are they?
Check those guys out too, Nick. They kind of do what you do, but boxing and MMA.
Okay.
If y'all into gambling, man, go check the Fight Guys out and go check Nick out, because I'm telling you, I've listened to Nick's channel, and these breakdowns are very intelligent, well thought out breakdowns, and they dig a little deeper. Like, you know how you can give the breakdown on what's going to happen in a fight. These guys dig a little deeper because there's other factors of why a guy might win or lose a fight. They dig deeper and they give you all that information. So I'm impressed with this channel. Y'all already know I don't refer anybody to anyone's channel unless I like it. I like their channel. Y'all go check them out. For real.
I appreciate it. We try to keep it fucking funny, and the chat is the most important part of the entire fucking thing. So it wasn't for the chat. We wouldn't even fucking be doing it. So we tried to make it about the chat. Some of these websites, they like keep a unit count and all this stuff and whatnot. And they're like, there's another. I guess now he's our one of our competitors, so to speak. Now, and he used to be a friend, and we were on a different channel and whatnot. And he now we're on different channels, and he's like, we wanted me to do a unit count, but we come up with bets with the chat. And then we do it together. It's not a show where, you got bets streamed across and you're just taking them, you know what I mean? And then there's no content. And I'm sitting there fucking shooting the shit, hanging out with my homeboys, which is the chat and the people in the panel, and having fun. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we would not be doing this fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What up, bro?
What up, Johnny? I got to talk quiet way too fucking long. Sorry about that, brother.
Nah, you good, Doug. Don't worry about it.
What's up, Johnny? Come on, talk your shit about Usman, because I know you coming.
Man, fuck that old silly ass, sitting down, foot stomping ass, fucking Marty from Nebraska ass motherfucker.
I bet his feet hurt, though.
True that.
I was telling him, Nick, I said, I'll tell y'all one thing. I bet you Jorge Masvidal ain't going to do too much walking the next day. He gonna chill out.
Yep. You guys had the right breakdown. It was Masvidal, I thought, first 2 rounds, and then after that, he had no chance. And Usman, at that point, we just had him too tired to do anything. And that's what it looked like. So,
bro, I called that shit out, man. We was on a couple of my other guys live. On Johnny Boy Live, my man, Mr. Two Hands. Bro, nice. I called that fight out exactly like it played out, Nick.
Bro,
and now everybody fucking mad that it played out that way.
Like I said, bro, listen. Usman's boring. He is. But the dude beat fucking Colby. He beat Masvidal, and he beat Woodley, bro. Yep. That's credit where it's due, dog. Credit where it's due.
Man, was it Damian Maya too? I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, bro. And what about the freaking Volkanovski and Max Holloway fight? Holloway won it. I had a parlay with Volkanovski, and I was like, I don't deserve this money. You know
but dog, you feel the same way I feel. They kind of gave Max the raw deal, dog.
Yo, Nick.
The raw deal.
Nick. Yep. See, I had the same shit. Dog. I had Volkanovski winning on points, but I thought Holloway got fucked over.
Right? It's so fun. I thought he had the first 3 clearly. The first 3 rounds clearly.
That's how I had it, Nick. I was like, man, I see. Because it was a close round. Round 3 is what's in question. 1 and 2 was Max's all day, and 3 and 4 was Vulcan's all day.
Yeah,
it was round 3 was the one that was in question, and I was doing live commentary that night too, Nick. And I was like, man, gosh, it's gonna come down to round 3. And I think that's what did it for the judges. It was a close round, but I gave it to Holloway.
I had a 3-1 going into the 5th, and that 5th was iffy too, bro.
Right? The 5th was very iffy. Like I actually thought, I'm like, oh wow, I think Max won that 5th round. You know what I mean? And then it's like, all right, this is how I see it. And I know I talk a lot. I apologize. I just took a couple rips, but I see the first 2 rounds like so dominant to Max, right? The 3rd round, Max, right? 4th round, that was like Volkanovski's obviously most devastating round. That's just because of the takedowns. 5th round, Max or Volk. So like you got all these like 2 rounds that definitely went to fucking Max. You got the 3rd that went to Max, but you really gave it to Volk, and then you got Volk 1 solid round, and then the other one another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My brother JB in the building. Sorry about that, Johnny boy. I ain't seen JB in a long time. He's been having health with his family and stuff. JB, what's up, fam? Glad to see you, dog. I ain't even see JB slip up in here. What's up, JB? You said swing rounds always go to the champ. It does seem that way in boxing and
Hey, Dominic Reyes, John Jones. That's another one. Reyes won the first 3. I had 18 parlays with John Jones to close it out, bro. And I'm like sitting there like this at the end. I'm like, damn, man, I just lost a bunch of money. And then they raise John Jones' hands, and I go nuts. And then I'm like, I don't deserve. And I see Twitter. I'm like, man, I don't. And I know it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this money.
That could have been, and a lot of people think should have been John Jones's first defeat.
Yep. Oh yeah, easily. I mean, Matt Hamill, the DQ thing, but that was ridiculous.
I'm not even.
You can't even look at that, not even let alone freaking bring it up like I did.
I always say nobody beat John Jones in the ring, but it could have been false. That could have been a false statement had they done the right thing with Reyes. I mean, at best, they could at least made it a draw.
Yeah, that's true. If anything,
no, you can't get the belt over a draw, but at least they could have made it a draw and not just say John Jones beat him.
Right? Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, but then you have to come. Oh, what about Max Holloway dropping Volkanovski in the first round? Do we forget that? You know what I mean? It's like
that was. And then like when you get a fight like that where 1 and 2 goes to one guy, you got this swing round at 3. I would think like that 5th round, you would really have to be dominant in that 5th round for that fight to swing your whole way. But he wasn't even that dominant in that 5th round. So that fight could have went to Max, bro.
That's the thing. If he would have came out and just smoked him in that 5th round, then you could have said, okay, 1 and 2 went to Max, 4 and 5 went to Volk, and the 3rd was up in the air. But that ain't what happened, dog. You're like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep. It's odd, bro. It's odd, and I mean, it's the funny thing is, if you guys who uses what is it, FanDuel, right? They refunded every single person that bet Max Holloway. They refunded their money.
That's crazy.
That's how serious this shit is.
Oh wow, really?
That's
Dana
crazy.
White. Yep, right, Johnny. That's crazy, right? I mean,
wow, that is crazy.
And Dana White in the press conference goes, anybody in the media think the Volkanovski won? There's a bunch of people. There's like 20, 30 media there. He goes, none of you? And he goes, and he said, never lived. And he basically said without saying it, but said it that Max won the fight. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, Max knows he won the fight. I think that's why he's not even that mad right now. You know what I mean?
Trilogy, dog. That's all I could say. The trilogy. They're gonna have to make it.
Yeah, I was just going, nah, they ain't got to make it because on paper, he's got 2 wins off from now. That's like, nah.
Well, what Dana White does,
that's why he asked that question, guys.
This is the difference between boxing and the UFC. What Dana White does, no, you can shake your head no all you want. What Dana White does is when fans start making that cry, he puts those fucking fights on, fam. When the fans start making it cry in the UFC, we don't get fucked over like we do in boxing. Dana White gives you those fights.
Yo, Nick, I got a question, dog. Am I gonna get to see my girl Rose fight fucking Wang Hang or whatever the fuck her name is?
That's definitely the next fight they're making.
All right,
that's gonna be a banger.
Yep.
That's gonna be. Hey man, I love Rose Namajunas, dog.
Yeah, she's good. I'm gonna bet Zhang, but I and the line's gonna be close, and I think it's a great opportunity to make money. But it's gonna be a great fight. I just think Zhang is just something special.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, bro.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. I love Rose, but I just gotta look at that fight. I don't. Rose fights I can't make a quick call on, bro.
She's mentally not all there. When I say all there, she gets like in her own head. She says
right.
That's
right.
In Zhang, she'll travel to America like she did. I think she fought JJ in America, right? She traveled to fucking I think it was Vegas or somewhere in America and beat the brakes off JJ. A lot of people said that was a really close fight. I scored every single round -1. No, I think every single round, really. I remember for Zhang, it was very close, but every single one for Zhang. And you guys see Frankenstein at the end of the fight, her forehead?
Joanna? Yeah, crazy.
Push into it, and Mikey Brown said that like you could. At first, he thought it was a regular forehead, and then he realized, holy shit, she's got a hematoma across her. It was a hema forehead, is what it was.
Yeah,
oh man.
She was hurting in the morning. She was hurting.
Hey, I plugged my mic in. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up, Alistair?
What's up, man? What's up, D? You know what I'm saying? Always tuning in to the action. I heard you guys talking about MMA and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Yeah. We saw what happened last night. We saw what happened a few nights ago. Usman destroyed MASIVDAL, you know what I mean? Put on a clinic. And people were complaining, saying it was boring, but in reality, it was just another fight, man. He wasn't on his level. And yeah, this guy's really like John Jones, man, the welterweight. I mean, the things that he does, you can really see that he's taken from John Jones, especially in the clinch with the elbows and the stomps, the body shot, man.
Oh, sis. Now that I'm on here, the Usman and Khabib thing. Well, the bankroll thing. That was me. I bet my entire bankroll on Usman versus Masvidal is what I meant.
Okay.
And then with Khabib and Usman, I mean, Khabib nearly kills himself to cut weight to 170. When you match those guys up next to each other, Usman is barely bigger than him. It's actually awkward. That fight, the wrestling would probably negate each other, and their hands are probably. I mean, we saw in Khabib put CONOR on his fucking ass in the last fight. You know what I mean? By the way, on odds, we can't curse as much, so we can get it out now. Okay? Just But if you do every once in a while, no worries.
No, I'll keep it clean.
YouTube, the first 15 minutes, believe it or not, when you're on like big streams like that, if you curse, you get flagged. So it's so weird.
Wow.
But yeah, it's weird. I'm looking at all these friggin' rules now because you have to and whatnot. My friggin' boss sent it to me. But yeah, friggin' that would be a great fight. I honestly think because Khabib's a way different wrestler. There's college wrestling, you know what I mean, and then there's Khabib wrestling, which is smother you type thing and get a hold of that. So I don't know, man. I would love to see that fight. I think that would be and then I'm going to comment on the Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is 100% Khabib's kryptonite.
Thank you. I mean, man,
he can wrestle. He can wrestle, and he can. But more importantly, he can he can chuck. I mean, he can get back up if he's taken down 100%. And then that's going to frustrate Khabib. He's going to get those leg kicks that Justin Gaethje had. I mean, and then the hands. You don't even want to. I mean, it's a different story. That is a fight that Khabib is avoiding. I guarantee it.
I told Matt, I love this guy. I love Nate. I'm telling you, bro. Because he confirmed, listen.
It's true. I've been saying for 6 months now.
He's a monster. But one thing I will say this, and I love the breakdown with Usman and Khabib. I love that. But this is the thing, Nick, and this is my idea on it. When we negate these things, because remember when you was in the chat, I was saying their styles and what they do is too similar. It's too similar in what they do. They both smother these guys. Their wrestling styles, they grab you, they wrap you up, they smother you, they pound you.
Yep.
But it's two factors where I have to edge Kamaru Usman. Dimensions in the chin. The dimensions in the chin. When we think about punches, which one of these guys can hurt the other first? I'm gonna say Usman hurts Khabib first.
They're both not hard. They're both. Well, actually, I should say actually Khabib is probably the harder hitter, but the volume is going to come from Usman. You know what I mean? I mean, how long it take Usman to put Kobe down, and that was deep into the fourth or fifth. I can't remember which one it was. And I mean, that was from a lot of strikes. They both took a lot of strikes. I mean, a lot of strikes. I mean, I got to look at the punch stats, but like the percentage they landed was like over like 65 or 70% on both sides. But I just think it would be a good fight. You know what I mean? I don't think Usman blows him over. If I was to give it like a percentage, I'd put that bitch at a 60-40, 60 Usman, 40.
I can say I probably have a little further split. Maybe, yeah, I see that because I like Khabib. I just think that everything he offers, I just think that he's, I would say, 10 or 15 pounds too light.
We'd have to see. I mean, Usman cuts weight, so yeah, he's going to end up being. I mean, so does Khabib. So I think Khabib would be walking around there like probably like 178-ish. And then I would think Usman would be in there like around 185. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit more, depending on how solid he wants to look. I'm going to go grab my contact solution. I'll be right back, okay?
All right. Yo, Alistair. So, Alistair, I know you've seen the title. That's why you heard scurry going over here. But I know you agree with this title. I mean, I know you have something to say on this title with these two matchups, man. You know what I mean? Fury versus Wilder and Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. Now, my fellow boxing fans don't agree with me right now because I'm a UFC and boxing fan, and I say that this Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier fight is not only more intriguing, I would much rather watch it, but I think this fight is going to dwarf Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's numbers. I think the fight will do better numerically. I think the fight will be more interesting and intriguing, and I would much rather watch Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier than I would Tyson Fury versus Wilder. What you think about that, Alistair?
100%. 100%. That fight, that trilogy is way better than every single trilogy that boxing. Not every single trilogy, but that trilogy. Tyson Fury already dominated Deontay Wilder in the rematch. Bro, DC versus Stipe Miocic. If you boxing fans haven't looked at that, go look at that fight right now. Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier 2. That was like fight of the year candidates, man. That was the fight to be remembered. Okay, so that is why that's going to be the biggest, obviously be the biggest trilogy, you know, because it was first of all, it was a better fight and it was a more competitive fight. You see, the rematch with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury was so one-sided. It was so one-sided, man. I don't know. I could really just went to sleep that night.
It was. Hey, Max Cuckerman. I'll read that next. Franz, I agree totally. I agree with you 100%. Franz Antu says Aldo fight should have been stopped way earlier.
Yep.
What the fuck was the ref thinking? Aldo took too much unnecessary punishment. I can do nothing but agree with that. I was sitting there at the screen like, yo, stop the fucking fight. Aldo's not going to win. Stop the fight. I didn't know why. What do you think about that, Nick? Do you think that the ref did the right thing letting it go, or he could?
No, and I was screaming at the fucking TV because I bet no distance. You know what I mean? And I put a decent amount on it, and I'm like, you know, I obviously wanted to stop, but he took too many beatings. Let's put it that way. Should have been stopped the first time, and then he got stopped the second time, right?
Right. And the ref was trying to you could see that the ref was trying to give him those extras because it was not a lot of time left. But you could tell the ref was trying to give him those seconds just to make that bell. It's almost like the ref was listening for the bell, not watching this man get demolished. He was like waiting for the bell to go off to stop the fight instead of stopping the fight because the man is in danger. Like, what the fuck are you doing, fam?
I'll give you a worse one. How about Santos versus Boca? This is where I lost money. I bet no distance at almost even odds, -110, which means obviously you're betting 110 to win 100. And in the second, he was on Clear Street. The motherfucker could not see. That's someone's health. Even though he recovered and then ended up doing the whole, he recovered because honestly he kicked dude in the nuts twice and got 5 minutes break on both time kicking the dude in the nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then in the third, he knees him in the head with one knee down. I'm like, okay, they're gonna stop the fight now. You know what I mean? And boom, stop the fight. I could have cashed that freaking bet 3 different times. And Mark Goddard is the worst ref.
It's terrible. I'm gonna give you one more example, but I think that the fight should have been stopped, even though it was a hell of a fight, and I think that you guys will agree with this. Josh Emmett and Shane Burgos.
Yeah.
At the end of that fight, they should have stopped it, man.
Yeah, Burgos.
Shane Burgos was done. Like Josh Emmett was wailing on him, catching him with those rights, and then he got kind of wobbled there, like the ref could have called that fight off.
Yep.
Burgos took way too much punishment in that fight.
It's almost like oh look, he's got 15 seconds left in the fight. He can hold on, even though he's losing that round no matter what, which means, you know what I mean? He's not a ref, so he can't ref in his head. So I guess you let it go because if he is down on cards, well, no, you don't, because you could have stopped it right there. Yeah, so you stop it right there no matter what. What am I saying? But then if you're a ref and you're thinking like Vegas, and you're like, well, if he could survive the fight, it's weird, bro. So maybe some of these fucking refs are making bets. You know what I mean? In the fight.
Listen, look, I cover multiple sports, right?
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is this to you. Even if you don't watch it, you probably know about this. Donahue.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Okay. NBA. That motherfucker came out and exposed the whole goddamn thing. You're damn right they be shifting these fights and these sports and these because they're gambling, they're getting kickbacks, they're getting paid. Yeah, bro.
People bet on Max Holloway. 70% of the public or more bet on Max Holloway. So, hey, if Max hits at a freaking plus 175, because that's what you're getting him at, you know what I mean? How much money does Vegas lose? And right now, there's no other sports out right now, so they can't be they're not making up with all these other baseball and football bets and basketball bets where a lot of people lose money on because they bet a lot of volume. You know what I mean? We get 1 card a week. Well, now we're getting 2. You know what I mean? But 1 card a week with 13 fights on it, 12, 13 fights on it. Yeah, you can bet it more than once with prop bet, different time, prop bets, and stuff like that. But it's not like baseball. 5, 6 baseball games a night or however. You know what I mean? So they're not mopping up like they used to. So that was, I think, a Vegas call, man. I think a Vegas made a call into to somebody, and somebody told the judges, Volkanovski wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Still that element in sports, bro, and people better realize that it is still that element in sports. When you get into those fights like that, a close fight, the other guy is fucked. The only thing he can do is get the knockout, or he's screwed the fuck over, bro, and that's a fact. So I'm with you on that. Boxing champ in the building. What's good with you, dog?
What up? What up?
What's up, man? We talking this. Let me ask you, and Nick, I don't know if I asked you this, so I asked you and Box Champ this.
What?
So the title of the live is the UFC trilogy: Stipe Miocic, Daniel Cormier, and the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury trilogy. So my idea on this, and this goes out to both of you guys, is that the Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier fight is way more intriguing. Number one, way more interesting to me. Number two, the Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier fight is something that is going to be another reason of why UFC closes the gap on boxing. And my third idea on this is that it's going to outsell Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Now that third one is close. It's close because of the type of draw these guys, Daniel Cormier and Stipe, are. But I think with the rise that the UFC is on right now, and the fall that boxing is on, and the fact that who the fuck cares about Fury versus Wilder, I think they're going to sell more. So, what's your thoughts on that, Nick?
I 100% think they're going to sell more. If we all know, boxing just had one belt, you know what I mean, or maybe just two different organizations. You know what I mean, like Bellator and UFC, and then obviously you got the lesser fighters. You know what I mean? If they did it that way, structured it that way, boxing would be great again. You know what I mean? I was in the Tyson and Holyfield days. That's where I grew up. I'm turning 36. That was like, I was like, I want to say 12, 13-ish, and I fell in love with boxing. Jermaine Taylor, Kelly Pavlik, Corey Spinks, a buddy of mine who I partied with before he fought Jermaine Taylor. He didn't drink or anything like that, but his two buddies, I got crunk all night. Through a party with I was 19 at the time with a bunch of 18, 19-year-old girls, and his two friends went fucking hammer, bro. But Corey Spinks, because he was training with Don King under Don King or whatnot, and they put him up in a condo right next to my condo, and I saw him walking around. That's when I was like, I really knew boxing well, and I'm like, that's Corey Spinks. And I'm like, yo, Corey, and he turned around. I'm like, oh hell no, he's my neighbor. You know what I mean? This is dope. And one thing led to another, and 2 weeks later, I'm throwing a party, and me and my boy John are in his back seat, and we're driving to the liquor store. That motherfucker spent about like $500 or $600 in alcohol. Let me pick out whatever I wanted. Didn't take a single sip of it because he was, doesn't drink as it is, and wouldn't drink before a fight. It was like probably 3 or 4 weeks before the fight, and we just had the fucking time of our lives, bro. And he bought an ounce of weed or two for the fucking party, and just was passing it out like it was like. It was one of the best. At 18, 19, you know what I mean? When, like, you don't know anybody, any professional, you know what I mean? That was probably one of
that was dope.
I forgot about that story.
So what you think, Boxing Champ, about this Fury trilogy and Stipe Miocic? You know what I mean? What's your ideas on this?
I like it, you know what I mean? But we all know that Fury won the first fight, so... You know what I mean? And he finished him in the second fight pretty convincing. I want to see Joshua. You know what I mean? I want to see Joshua fight Fury. They've never fought before, correct? No, right?
No.
He's been ducking him for the last couple of years, right?
Who, Fury?
Well, yeah, Gypsy just came back, right?
Yeah, he been ducking boxing for the past couple of years is what's happened. He relinquished all his belts. He went on a drug binge and a crazy fucking party.
Fury, yeah.
And so he was ducking the sport, but then he cherry-picked Deontay Wilder. A lot of people think it was the other way around. Fury's my guy, so here's the truth. And the whole, where I can accept if somebody says he ducked Joshua, right? Because here's the actuality of it. People think that because Fury was 400 pounds, just come off of a mental issue and was fucked up on drugs, that Wilder and his team looked over there and said, yeah, let's get him in here. This will make a big fight, and I'll beat this fat fucker up. And so they feel like Wilder cherry-picked Fury. But let's look at this in a different perspective. Fury had the option to come back and fight either Wilder or Joshua. He had that option.
Yeah.
Fury took a look at that option and he said, no, I'm going to go beat this skinny noodle leg doser up because he can't box. I'm going to stay away from that guy. So it's Fury that actually cherry-picked Wilder.
Oh, okay.
My guy knew he was going to beat the shit out of Wilder.
I honestly, before that fight, the first one, I liked Fury because he's the better boxer all around and whatnot. And but I was like, Wilder does hit hard and whatnot. All it takes is one. We all know that. But he could take a shot. That Frankenstein in the 11th round, it was, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when he just got up like the Undertaker, I was like, what? I mean, me and my boys were going absolute nuts because I had money on Fury and my other boy had money on Wilder. It was a straight up bet between me and him. And I'm like, hands on the head. I'm like, no effing way. And then all of a sudden he just gets up and I see my boy's face just drop and I'm going nuts now. You know what I mean? Gets up, finishes the round, and doesn't he come back and win the 12th too?
Yeah, he beat the shit out. Listen, bro, when he got up off that canvas, everybody talk about some, Wilder had him, the referee, blah, 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 the long count. Man, fuck that. When you get somebody in trouble, that much trouble, and they barely make the count to 10, when they get up, you're supposed to finish the job and put them away.
Yep.
That's how it's supposed to go down. Fury,
how much time was left?
He got up and he rocked Deontay Wilder. That motherfucker took it. He rocked him. He backed him up on the ropes, and Wilder could not finish the fight. That's what happened.
What you think Wilder might have got all that adrenaline after knocking him out, thinking it's done, just boom, and just that's it. You know what I mean? That's all she wrote.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still, I mean, I still think Fury. Nothing. I mean, whether Fury had a gas tank or not, if he didn't have adrenaline dump, I still think that the same shit would have happened.
Yeah. He said, Max Kuckerman said Holloway lost the last two championship rounds, so it's hard to argue. Yeah, that's why. And now I agree with this comment. And when you see the judges sway a fight in a certain, because we all agree that third round we give to Max, but it was kind of close, right? So when you lose the championship rounds matter. Maybe that swayed that third round. Well, he dominated the championship rounds, and since that third round was so close, let's go ahead and give it to the championship. Because I've also been a firm believer, and this has been in combat sports in general, guys. I used to watch shoot fighting. Nick, you might know what that is. Shoot fighting is
Brazil?
It's over in Japan. It's similar to the UFC, and this was before I used to watch shoot fighting. So one thing about combat sports, Muay Thai, shoot fighting, kickboxing, whatever, when you're the champion and you get these close decisions in all combat sports, they do tend to lean toward the champion. And I think that this could have been a case in this Vulcan versus Max situation, because he did win those championship rounds, and you get a third round that's close, so the judges lean that way. Even still, I say it should have been a draw or a decision for Max. That's how I look at it. Like, I don't.
Did you know one of the refs was a boxing judge?
Makes perfect sense now.
Right? Makes perfect sense now, right?
Makes perfect sense now.
And guess what? He gave Max the 5th round and Volk the 3rd.
Oh, wow. See, that shows you just how lost he was.
Yep.
He was fucking gone, bro.
It was a fucking nightmare, bro. It was a fucking nightmare. Unreal.
All right, man. So, boxing champ, this is your first time on, bro. I'm glad you jumped on real quick, but I'm going to shut this one down because I just went 5 hours. I'm getting ready to go kick it with my man Nick in a little bit. Allison, thanks for coming on. Boxing champs, give me some closing thoughts. Before we go out of here.
I just think that that they shouldn't even be a rematch or a trilogy, because I think Fury easily beat Wilder on points.
Yeah, me too.
That's
me
just
too.
my opinion. I think there should be already a unification bout with AJ and Fury, and we should and AJ would be Fury, and then he'll be the undisputed and heavyweight champion. But That's my opinion.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming through. You know you're always welcome. You're ready to shut this thing down. Boston Nick, let me tell y'all something one more time. Y'all go check my man Nick out.
Yep.
If you just getting into UFC, forget about D. Jefferson right now. I only touch on UFC. This man right here, they focus on that. So y'all check him out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna step my game up and start giving y'all more content on UFC. The man right now. Give me some closing thoughts, Nick.
No, I'd love to come on more. These type of chats, I have fun, talk about anything, bullshit and whatnot. It's not so structured. Ours isn't really that structured, but it's a little bit more structured. You know what I mean? Right. But I have fun and stuff like this, and we're gonna have some fun tonight as well. Jump over at Odds HQ. It's all one word though. It's ODDS HQ. It's on YouTube.
Let me drop it in the chat right quick again.
Big blue round thing with an O in the middle, I believe. Let me just double check my own freaking.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh yeah,
blue white.
Yep, ODDS in the middle. Just click on that. You'll see the. It's already up right now. Actually, I can. You know what? I should just do this here. Hold on 1 second. Put it in the private chat for you.
Or better yet, look, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something too, but here it is, dog. So that's the channel. That's the channel, guys. But let me do this right quick, Nick, before we shut this down.
This is the actual link to it right there. That will bring you right to it. That I put in the private chat.
Oh, you put a link there?
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna drop that link.
The boss just put it up, but they're working on artwork right now, but it's still the same stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to redo my channel art after a while too.
I need your Twitter handle so I can send you the link or an email.
Speak Your Mind Sports.
Okay.
Well, look, it's at Speak Your Mind Sports, all caps, and then ST in lowercase.
Let me get something to write that down. Hold on.
All right, guys. So here you go. I'm getting ready to share this screen right here. Hold on. I'll share the screen right quick. Bam, there it is. All right. So this is what y'all are looking for. This is the channel. So when y'all go to the channel right there, boom, there it is. That's my man Nick's channel. Like I said, man, I'm a UFC fan, and I advocate for his channel, Aces.
Thank you.
I watch Nick's channel, and I watch Ariel Awani.
There you go.
Now just imagine that. No, Ariel Awani and Nick.
Yep. We got some good guys on there. We got the prediction. We got the MMA prediction guru. You got Clint from Die Hard Podcast. Obviously, then you got Mo. Mo's going to be at work till 10 o'clock. But, yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, and if y'all want to hear me yak a little more, I'm going to be over there yakking on Nick's channel tonight, too. All right, Nick, bro, I appreciate you coming through, fam.
No, I appreciate having me.
A while here.
Appreciate having me on. Appreciate the support. All right. Oh, I need to write that down. Crap. What is it?
Oh yeah. All caps is at all caps. Speak Your Mind Sports, and then lowercase st.
Speak Your Mind
Sports. All cap and then lowercase st.
Sports with an S, right?
Right. And then lowercase st. Well, look, check this out too. Everything else, Instagram, Facebook, it's all Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. I'm on all of those places too, and the pages are set up already.
Speak Your. I think. Oh, there you go. Oh no, Mind Sports. And do I have to put in capital? Does it have to be capitalized?
Yeah. The Speak Your Mind Sports has to be capitalized. Or you could do this. You could just what's your handle?
Yeah, at Mr. Fatfist, MRFATFIST.
Okay, hold on, let me see that. You said at Mr. Fatfist?
Yeah, no period, just MRFATFIST, like a fat fist. They used to be my middle name.
Good shit here, bro. All right, man. I get impatient and then go to click on buttons. They put some fucking advertisements up. I done clicked on it and shit.
Why is it not? Yeah, why is it not bringing up? I'm looking for poem. Maybe on the wrong thing.
You said all one word?
Yep.
Austin, yep, I got you.
All right, so here, yeah, go ahead and
I just followed you, dog. I just followed you.
So, all right, there it is. Hold on 1 second. Bam, gotcha. D, right? Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
that's me. All right, perfect. I can drop it right in that link. Here, I'm going to put a real quick thing. So it's at the top. I'm just going to put K.
Yeah.
All right,
so, all right, guys. So,
Yep.
with that being said, you know, y'all go check out my man Nick. I'm gonna be over there. He's getting ready to crank up in about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So, we'll be over there chopping up some UFC, MMA, I should say, because I don't know. Sometimes I go around and talk about Bellator, Rec 1, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But so
we'll be just watching the fights, commenting on kind of what's going on, that type thing, and then putting some bets out there with the chat. You'll see. It's easy. But deuces, bro. I appreciate you having me on. Everybody, the chat. Hope to see you later. Deuces.
All right, Nick. I see you guys.
All right.
All right, man. So y'all know how I always in this thing. Special guest Nick came on here, kicked it with us. That was cool. Boxing has got to do right, man. Because these fights like this, 2 heavyweights is the most popular division in combat sports, guys. The most popular division is combat sports. And combat sports is the heavyweight division. Boxing cannot allow UFC heavyweight fights to outdo them. They can't allow that. They can't. We need to do better in boxing. These promoters and networks, they need to do better. Or our sport is going to die. It's going to fizzle away. But right now, I think that this fight, this heavyweight fight between Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier is superior to Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. That's just my point. That's just my opinion. But I love both sports. I love boxing and I love UFC. And I love you guys. And y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace. See y'all over there on Knicks.